Working with all these different components, it is good practice to bundle them in a solution. The solution is also important if you want to transfer your solution or your components from one environment to the other environment, like from a dev environment to a test environment or a production environment. As you can see here, there are different environments, and so if you want to transfer them, you need a solution. To do so, we create a new solution, and I call this solution Car Dealer Business Boost version 2, because I already created a version 1. Here I select a publisher. A publisher is a kind of originator. Think of you are using solutions from different parties, and then the publisher is a kind of originated owner you use. And so we select in this case Kenny and Friends, which is my publisher. Then we have additional options to choose from. Can give a description and create a solution. Now the solution is empty. So we have no apps, no cards, no chatbots, no cloud flows, no tables, no nothing. And now we would like to add something, and we add existing. And we add the tables we created, so which is the account table and also all the vehicle tables we have. Okay, this is a spelling error. So vehicle description and vehicle repair data. Then we also want to include the contact table, which we use for the car repair shops and everything which is customer related. Now let's have a look. Did I forget something? Oh yeah, we have all the tables, but we did not have the SharePoint list. So we need to include the SharePoint list as well. When dealing with a SharePoint list, it is kind of tricky. We need to create an environmental variable. And in the environmental variable, we can store the information about the SharePoint site. So imagine you are on a different environment and you don't want to replace the link to the SharePoint site in your application. You put the environment variable in the application. And if you go to a different environment, you change only the value in the environment variable. So you leave the application untouched. This is very convenient. And as you can see, you have environment variables for different applications with different types, and here we use SharePoint. There you have the differentiation between list and site, and here we select site and select the SharePoint site we have currently for the SharePoint list, which is in this case the M365 test team site. Click Save. Once we have the environment variable for the SharePoint site, we also need a second environment variable for the SharePoint list. So we do this all over again. Go to More, go to environment variable, give it a name, in this time SharePoint list instead of site. Select the data type, which is data source and SharePoint and list. So we have to choose a site, and then we do not type in a site, but the SharePoint site variable, the environment variable we just created. And then we say list, and we select the vehicle images, and we take the one with underscore because that's the one we just created. Say save, and we're good to go. Later, when I start to develop the app, I will always refer to the two variables, SharePoint site, SharePoint list, that I don't have to touch the application ever again, although I move it to different environments. Because I don't want to modify the app, but only replace the link address of the SharePoint list or SharePoint site respectively.